Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kosiso. In today's video we are going to be learning how to sew this beautiful 6-pieces blouse. In the last video I shared with you guys how to draft a 6-pieces blouse pattern. If you are here to see it, the link is in my description box below. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So in the previous video I shared with you guys how to cut out this on the fabric. Now to begin, we are going to be joining these pieces together. This is the front pattern. I'm going to be joining the panels together, but firstly I'll be using a pin to hold it down before sewing it. Then I'll also do the same for the lining. The same way I joined the main fabric together, the same way I'm going to join the lining. Kindly note that I use the main fabric to cut out the lining, so whatever you do on the main fabric, you do the same on the lining. Here is the back. I'll be joining the panels for the back also. Join them on the two sides. Then also do the same on the lining too. The same way we join for the fabric or the back is the same way we join on the lining. So now I'm going to be joining the front panels together. The first time I did, I pinned it down. Now I'm going to remove the pin carefully while I sew. I sew the two panels. That is the center front and the side front. The side front is two panels. On the center front is just one, which is called unfold. Let's not forget that. And also when you are sewing the bust area, make sure you are careful that all parts aligns so as you will not make mistake, just the way I'm doing it. So when you are done joining the panels together, you look for the under bust, then you will notch it. Make sure you notch it well, but don't cut through the seam line, the thread. So after joining the panel, this is what we have for the front. This is how it looks like. Then for the back, we'll also do the same thing. The same way we join the panels for the front is the same way we'll join it for the back. We'll join the two sides. The first panel for the back. Now we are done with this one. See how it looks like when we are done. So when you are done sewing all the whole panel, what you do next is to iron open all seam lines, the front and the back panel. You open all the seam lines with a pressing iron so that your lines will be looking very neat when you are sewing and when you are done sewing. So next you're going to join the panels for the lining also, the same way you join the panels for the front and the back. So now it's time for us to line our blouse. To line our blouse, we're going to take the lining and the main fabric right side facing each other. Then you will join the neckline first. Use a pin to secure it first. Then you go over to the hem of the blouse. On the hem of the blouse, we're going to be using a crinoline to turn because we're trying to get that standing effect and a wavy effect. Then use a hemming glue to secure it while sewing so as it can lay well. So now go over my machine to join my fabric together on the neckline, removing all pins that stands in my way. Join the neckline first. Then when I'm done, I'll notch every corner, every edge. So before using my crinoline, I'll secure the edge with a fabric for it not to poke my clients. You can watch the way I'm doing it. Then when we are done, we'll trim every excess fabric on it. So now we're trying to secure our hemline. We're trying to join our hemline with our hemming gum and our crinoline. Our hemline consists of our main fabric, our lining, and also the crinoline and the lining. So when we are done, we'll also join the seam lines, that is the sides of it together, the two sides, then trim out every excess. So now that we are done joining all sides, we'll turn it over from the armhole. You bring it out. So after turning it over, this is what it looks like. At the back, you can see what the crinoline has done to it. It turned it so well for us and is laying very well on the hemline. So now I'll be joining the lining to the fabric for the back also, just the way I did it for the front. I'll join on the neckline first. Then when I'm done joining on the neckline, I'll join the sides. Then after joining the sides, the two sides of the back with 0.5 inch, I'll also join the hemline with also a crinoline, just the way I did for the front, and a hemming gum. Then when I'm done doing this, I'll turn over just the same way I did the front. So now I'm done joining the fabric and the lining together, and I've turned it over. This is what it looks like. You can see the wavy effect is given. So now I'm going to join the front and the back together on the shoulder. So look at how I'm doing it. I'm going to use the lining of the back to go over the front bodies, the front panel, then secure it with my thread. You can see how I joined it. I use the lining of the back, open it into two, and swallow up the front, making it 4 pieces. Also repeat this same process for the other shoulder. So here is what it looks like after we've joined the shoulder together. You see how neatly and how flat is laying after we've joined the two shoulders together. So the next thing we are going to do is to join our front and back panels together. Now that we've joined the shoulder, it remains for us to join the sides for us to complete our blouse. But to do that, we have to use a pin to secure every open part. We'll secure the zip with a pin on 1.1 inch, because 1 inch is what we use for the zip allowance. So we have to hold it down for us to get our accurate measurements. Right now I'm trying to arrange the blouse so that I can impute my accurate measurement for this bust is 37. I'll divide that by 2. The result is 18.5. When I'm done marking my 18.5, I'll measure out what remains from this measurement on my bodies and divide that measurement into 2 and place what I get on the 2 sides. Right now I'm going to locate my waistline. So locate my waistline, I'm going to measure from the shoulder over to the underbust, then to the waistline. That is 17 inches. With my front line, I'm working with my front line. The front length I used on my pattern is what I'll be using here. My front length on my pattern is 17 inches, which I'm going to mark and make sure it goes over the bust while you're measuring. Then now I've located my waistline, so I'm going to impute my waist circumference divided by 2. My waist circumference for this blouse I'm making is 36. I'll divide it by 2, and that's 18. I'll mark 18. Then what I have remaining is 6. I'll place 3 on the left side and 3 on the right side. Then I'm going to connect the points together from the armhole to the waistline. I'll also do the same for the other side. Where I marked, I'll join the lines together. Then I'll go over to my machine to secure it over with a thread. So now I'm going to work on my sleeve. I've already cut down my sleeve. If you want a tutorial on how I made my sleeve, the link is on the description box. So now I've also cut a lining for the sleeve, which is 1 inch shorter than the main fabric. Then you see how I'm joining it at the hem. Then when we are done, we'll open it up and sew on a straight line. What I'm trying to measure now is the round sleeve. The round sleeve I'm working with is 12. I'll divide it by 2. That's 6. So I'll place it there, then turn it over. When I'm done turning it over, I'll secure it with a thread so that my sleeve can stay in place. When I'm done, I'll trim the excess out. You can see how our sleeve look like, so neatly sewn, and everything well turned over and neatly sewn, all seam lines hidden. I'm going to attach my sleeve to my blouse. I'll attach my sleeve, make sure the seam lines are aligning. Make sure the seam lines are aligning so you can have a very nice placement. then use a pin to secure it to the bodies. You make sure you work with your pins. Working with pins make your work easier. Then when you are done securing it, then you can now go over to your machine to sew it. So now I've joined it with my machine. I've used my machine to join it. I can see how the seam lines are aligning. Now it's time for us to fix our zip, but to fix our zip I'll have to change the foot of my machine to a zipper foot. This makes fixing zip on my fabric easy and neater. So now I'm changing it. Now I'm done changing it. I'll have to align my zip allowance, mark my 1-inch zip allowance on my zip area, so that when I'm fixing it will be easy. So now I'm fixing my zip on one side of the fabric. You can see how easy it is for me using the footer or the foot, however you know it. You can see how neat it is, how neat, there's no space in between. Then on the other side I'll impute the 1-inch sewing allowance, then align the bottom together, then secure with a pin. When I'm done, I'll go over to my machine and sew it down. Make sure all lines are aligning. So for us to finish our zipper well on the neckline of our back, we'll have to cut it off, trim it. After trimming it off, we'll bend it. See the way I'm doing it, you bend it. When you are done bending it, you also turn it over, then secure with a thread. I'm not doing the inseam sewing, that's why I'm finishing it up like this. So this is how it looks like after we've done that. So yeah, I think we are done with our blouse. Yes, we are done with our blouse, and this is the outcome of our 6 pieces blouse. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a thing or two. Kindly turn on your notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you for watching. See you all in the next video. Bye.